Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to draft and cut a safari shirt. As usual, it's going to be a step-by-step guide, and before I proceed, I would like to have a like from you on this video so that YouTube algorithm will circulate this video to more people. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, look down below this video, you see a subscribe button. Hit on that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to all. Let us now proceed to work. The first thing you need to know while drafting out the safari suit is the measurement. The length is 4 inches, the shoulder is 19 inches, the sleeve is 9 inches, the chest is 46 inches, the tummy is 44 inches, the hip is 48 inches, and the round arm is 14 inches. So I will start by folding this fabric into two. So it is already folded into two, and this we make it to be into four actually. So the first thing I do is to mark out the length of this safari, which is 3. So I'm making use of pen because if I have white chalk, and if I use white chalk, it will not be visible. That's why I make use of pen to mark. So I will mark the add 5 inches to the bottom, which will be actually for folding, but I will now cut it out. I cut it out. So the next thing I'll do is to spray it back again. Then I will adjust the one side which will be on top, so that the one on the under will be wider than the one at the top. You can see the space. So I stretch it a little bit, and then I measure this 27 inches. So what I do is that I will draw it closer to me, and I will make it about let's say 28 inches. The whole of the fabric is 60 inches. So when you divide it into two, it will give us 13 inches. So I want one side of the fabric, which will be actually the back, to be about 28 inches, while the front area will be about 32 inches. So I will now cut out. I will cut it out from the side. You can see I'm cutting it out. Then I will fold it, take away the back side, and then I will fold the front side. I fold the front side. So I stretch it very well to be flat and neat. Then I will now fold the mouth area, which is the button area, the area that will contain the button. I will take it to the ironing table to iron it to be flat. So I have just finished the ironing. You can see how flat and smooth it is. The next thing I will do now is to mark out the neck area. We mark out on the vertical area. I will make it 3 inches, and on the horizontal we also make it 3 inches. I will use freehand curve, though I have a French curve, but I prefer making use of my freehand curve to connect that area. So I have just connected it. I'll measure out the shoulder. The shoulder, we said the shoulder is 19 inches. The 19 divided by 2 give us 9.5. So I mark 9.5. So but my 9.5 will be at the center of the bottom area. It will be at the center of the bottom area, and I will mark out 9.5, and I will add half inches seam allowance at the shoulder area, making it total of 10 inches. I will push the 10 inches downward. I will also mark. I will use my ruler to connect the line, those two dots or points. I will connect it to get a straight line. So I will now measure out the shoulder slope, which is 2.5 inches. I will mark 2.5 inches. So I will now connect it, the slope, I connect it to the neck area. I will get my French curve. Then I will give a curve at the armhole area. The curve, the reason for this, so that the wrinkle at the sleeve to the chest area, those wrinkles will be taken out. I will measure the chest. Chest is 46 inches. Divide it by 4. 48 divided by 4 will give us 11.5. Mark 11.5, but my 11.5 will be at the center of the button area, the place I folded. I add 1 inches. So I will push the tape downward after connecting the curve. So the tummy area is 44. Divided by 4 will give us 11 inches. 11, I mark 11, I add 1 inches as the same allowance. I push it downward, and I will measure the hip. The hip is 48. 48 divided by 2, by 4 rather, by 4 will give us 12 inches. So I mark 12 inches, add 1 inches. So I'm going to connect those points, these points, I'm going to connect them. So I will also connect this area. So I will measure out the length. Actually, the front side of the safari suit has to be smaller as to compare the back side. I measure out the length with 33. I add about 2.5 inches at the bottom area. So I will also measure out that tray and add 2.5 inches. I will connect those plates together, and the excess at the bottom area, I will take it off. I take it out. I cut it out. So I will now introduce the back right now. I'm going to introduce the back to it after cutting. So I will cut to the armhole, to the chest to the tummy, and tummy to the hip area. Now there will be a side slit, which will be about 4 inches side slit. So I will introduce the back now. This is the back. I will also stretch it. The first thing I have to do is to make sure that the back, they are equal. That's the first thing I have to do, is to make sure that the back are equal, the back side are equal. So I will smoothen the back side. After smoothing the back side, I will now place my front on top of the back. So I want you to watch carefully on what I'm doing now. What I'm actually doing, I will give a space by the side of it, close to the bottom area. At the back of it, when you fold the back into two, I'm going to cut out this first. I'll cut out the bottom area. Then I push the front panel downward. Pardon, I will first send it upward. To get my slope. But what I want you to understand now is that the side, there will be a back gutter or back ruler at the back of the safari shirt. So that's what I want you to understand. There will be a back ruler at the back of the safari shirt. So let's assume that there will not be a back ruler. What I would have done is that I would have pushed the the front panel, the button area would have been at the back of the shirt. So I wouldn't have given an allowance for the back ruler. I wouldn't have given an allowance. It will just be at the center of the button area. At the center of the button area, that's where that back would have been. So, but since it is not going to, there will be back ruler, I will not shift it, giving a space of about 1 inches and quarter. So I will now push my front panel. I will push it frontward, push it upward, pardon. So after pushing it, I will now cut out the the back to get my slope. I push it downward again, and I will use the back to place so that the back will overlap. It will overlap on the front panel. So I will now cut it. I cut it out. So as I cut it, I will mark and follow the what I marked. I will follow what I marked, and I will now overlap it. And as I overlap it, so it should be about half inches. So I will cut out the arm area. I measure out the length of the safari shirt. This is the length of the safari shirt. So I have about 3 inches allowance. Then I cut the side. The next thing I'm going to cut out now is the sleeve. The sleeve. So this is about 26 inches. I fold it. I have 13 inches on the length of it. As I have folded it, is 13 inches. So since the sleeve is 9 inches, I have about 3 inches allowance, extra allowance. So I will now fold it. I fold it. The round sleeve, remember that the round sleeve is 14 inches. Measure 14 inches, add 1 inches to it. Then on the upper step, I will measure 4 inches. Use my French curve to connect it. Then I cut it out. I'm done with the drafting of the sleeve. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the back piece. The back piece, I would have said let me leave the back piece when I want to sew it. I will add the back piece, but I will cut it out. So, but I want you to understand something. While cutting the back piece, I want you to take note of the back ruler. Remember, we added about 1 inches, 1/4 inches at the back. So I place it, removing the 1/4. You can see this is the 1/4. I will remove it while cutting it. So I place it very well. Then I will now cut. So I'm done with the cutting of this safari shirt. Thank you very much for watching, and may God bless you. See you on my next video. Peace.